So when I first went into the first meeting with Jeff, who did episode one, that episode really, I suppose, is where we see Knuckles attempting to settle into life in, normal life, if you like, but he can't, and he's permanently going out and, trying to train to be the best warrior he can be, turning the house upside down and all that kind of thing. So that was obviously that episode. It was sequential. I worked on them in order, which isn't always the case, but so that episode came first. So I spent time with Jeff and Toby, and Jeff was quite key in sort of saying, look, there's a tribal thing going, and he's going to need a strong theme, and can you go away and mess around with some sounds, and in with that in mind. And actually one of the first times you see Knuckles, I used sort of like these kind of low grunting voices and quite tribal percussion, and just made a statement of his theme. And but all those sort of choices of palette, you obviously you spend time on a lot of time on your own, kind of going through things, but they're steered by conversations with the director and the producers, and it's definitely a team effort in honing the sound of a show like this.
And I noticed, I think you had a shakuhachi when Christopher Lloyd's ghost shows up.
That's right, yeah. So again, that was a fun moment because he shows up, and there was also a chance to go a little bit kind of, it's all in a way he's making a grand speech and he's just this small character, but there was an opportunity to go a bit kind of like, Raiders meets kind of Lawrence of Arabia with that kind of, tone. So you can lean into these things much more heavily in this kind of show than you might be able to in something else. Yeah.
Now, did they want to key off of the cinematic sound of the two films before the start, to have kind of a connection tonally?
Not I actually was it was a sort of almost like a fresh start, blank canvas, do what you think. And so that was nice. I mean, not that I would have not been happy to have taken stuff from the films too, but it was very much, this is going to stand alone as its own thing. Particularly as Knuckles is the lead. I mean, Sonic only turns up in the first episode for a very short amount of time, and then he's kind of with Tails, and then they're gone, and so are the family, and then it becomes more about obviously Knuckles and Wade, and really Wade's journey from being I don't know what the right for, but thinking he's a bit of a loser, getting kicked off the bowling team, to actually becoming Wade the Warrior at the end of the last we just watched. So yeah, it was blank page, fresh canvas, go for it.